Hi, and welcome to Mystic Mim Tarot. Today I will be reading out messages from the masculine for you, Divine Feminine. My daughter will be placing them on the mat because I've just had 3 operations. We will also conclude the reading with 3 lots of songs too. Also, thank you to Sarah Jeffrey for your generous donation. This is only a general reading, not a personal one. So please take the messages that resonate with you and leave the ones that don't. Now let's begin. Divine Feminine, you view me as a player, a narc, a juggler, a user, a cheater, a liar, a backstabber, and a breadcrumber. For some of you, you are so happy that this twin flame journey is over. I was your twin flame, but after falling from grace, I am now karmic. I lost my chance because I was too toxic. Some of you even hate the term twin flame now, as you associate it with me causing you pain, playing games, abandoning you for a karmic woman, having you on a roller coaster of emotions, refusing to go down a divine path with you, me having a toxic lifestyle involving drugs, sex, and alcohol. In fact, some of you are now awaiting a soulmate after what I put you through. For some of you DFs, you felt your marriage or relationship with me was going quite well until this third party came in and destroyed everything. I've driven this karmic crazy with my memories of you. She has heard me call out your name in my sleep, and she has even caught me masturbating over your pics in my phone. I pretend that she is you when we have sex. That's the only way that I can climax. My obsession with you sexually has never been worse than it is now. She just doesn't do it for me at all. This karmic woman is too much for me to handle now that she has revealed her true character. She is a fighter, a Jezebel, a copycat, an energy vampire, a thief, a taker, a criminal, and a succubus. She seduced and tempted me away from you. She has slowly drained my soul over time. And as a result, I am half the man I used to be. Spirit has now stripped this karmic and I of all of the material blessings that we manifested with your energy. We have hit rock bottom. I broke your heart and Spirit put it back together. Divine Feminine, you have now made it without me, the lying, cheating, degenerate, narc, douchebag, who tried to kill everything that was beautiful about you. Spirit fights your battles for you now, DF. You don't have to lift a finger. In the past, I did juggle you, the karmic, and other options at once. Over time, this karmic has become my foe. It is like I am sleeping with the enemy. Now I wish that you could save me from the bed I created for myself. However, I burned the bridges with you, so I seriously doubt that you will ever be there for me again. You knew my life would take a turn for the worse if I stayed with her. All I can say is, you were right, Divine Feminine. She is a deceptive, demonic witch, and she gets off on causing other people pain. She places spell work on people, then sits back with her friends, observing whether or not it is working by watching tarot readings. After I rejected you, my blessing, Spirit made sure that I was paired up with someone evil, like her, to teach me a lesson. Spirit was like, if you reject an anointed earth angel, then you will never be granted a divine being ever again. In fact, you will reap heavy karma and have a very hard life instead. Have you noticed how I love to blame this karmic for everything that is going wrong in my life now? This is because I feel like a victim now, and I feel defeated. My life was supposed to turn out wonderful with her, as I felt like I knew what I was doing back then. The opposite happened though. You are the one succeeding now, and I am feeling mentally unwell and like I am in a prison with my thoughts. It is pretty disgusting that I put you, a divine feminine, in a scenario where you were the third party. It was degrading to try and have you on the side whilst I had a wife and children at home. For others of you divine feminines, you were the wife who had kids with me. Then I had the karmic on the side that I was cheating on you with. The betrayal got worse when I left you for her. Anyway, I didn't treat you right in either of these scenarios because it was always all about me. You have Spirit in your corner protecting you daily from her spiritual attacks. Archangel Michael is there watching over you too. I didn't break you, I just exposed myself. I didn't outsmart you, I lost you. I lost someone who was real, someone who showed up for me with love, healing, and hope. Not once, but every single time. As a narcissist, I am a taker. I took your money, your life, your sanity, your energy, and I tried to ruin your relationship with family and friends. I always search for empaths like you because you always give. When you used to confront me with something that I did wrong, I told you something that you did wrong. I took the focus of what I did and put it onto what you did. I left a loving, stable, secure life with you for the streets where I could act like a hooligan and a delinquent. For some of us, we have lied to you and told you that we are alone now. We will not admit that we are living with this karmic woman. I didn't believe in karma before, but now that I am reaping what I have sown, I really do believe in it. I gave you bits and pieces of me, but never my full attention, time, or energy. I am a breadcrumber who shares myself amongst various different options. The biggest betrayal from me was that I not only chose her over you, but I also manifested off your energy to start a life with her. I can no longer do that because you have cut the cords with me. This karmic is so toxic that she has made false police reports on me and even sent me to jail in some cases. She thrives on the drama and gets a kick out of getting me into trouble with the law. So I can say this is definitely not love at all. This is a karmic cycle that I am stuck in. She is a fatal attraction. I have threatened to leave her countless times. She has threatened to kill either me or herself if I do. She used spell work to create the separation between us, Divine Feminine. She sensed that I couldn't get over you, and that's when she began to impersonate you in order to keep me. I agree that yes, I was horrible in the past, ganging up on you with her, stealing what was yours and mocking you behind your back. However, you have to realize that was when she still had a mask on. She was a pretender. Now, though, I feel as though she is a monster. I like to tap out of life and the challenges that come with it. That's why I'm always high or drunk. I cannot handle life when I am sober. This karmic and I moved very quickly. I wasn't thinking straight at all when I met her. One day I was with you, and the next day I was moving in with her. She was determined to break us up. She pressured me to prove my love to her by leaving you quickly and committing to her soon after. I was so weak, I know. Some of you DFs feel that I betrayed and abandoned not only you, but the kids that we shared together too. I know that some of you Divine Feminines are wondering why I stay with this karmic when I am obviously so miserable here. These are some of the reasons. We have assets in both of our names. For example, a house, a car, a boat, etc. We have a lease in both names and bills that we share. We have children together, so I stay mainly for them. She has threatened to wreck my life if I come anywhere near you. She's already ruined it anyway, though. She has bad mental health issues, and I am worried about leaving the children on their own with her. We have been partners in crime together, so she knows all of my secrets and has told me that she will expose them if I leave. She is vengeful and spiteful. She is crazy at the best of times. She would key my car, knife my tires, or smash my car windscreen if I tried to leave. I know this is because she has done it before. I am too lazy now to leave and put effort into a new situation. She has me exhausted all of the time. We share the same addictions, including alcohol, drugs, and a sex addiction. The black magic really scares me. She will put death magic on me if I leave. She would make sure that I was punished. I would end up with nothing. No family to lean on, no roof over my head, no money, no possessions, no friends, etc. So it is easier to stay rather than leave, I feel at this point, as sad as it is. You have put strong boundaries up with me. I have gotten the hint now, so I know you won't take me back. Even if I did, your life would then be in danger because she is an unhinged lunatic with no conscience whatsoever. I am protecting you from her by staying away from you. It is better the devil, you know, I guess. That's how I justify staying here. I know what she's like and am used to her toxic, wicked ways. I didn't have to change in any way as she accepted me any old way. In fact, she encourages and enables my bad behavior and my addictions. For some of us masculines, she weaseled her way into our family and got in thick with them in a very sneaky way. So my mum and family members encourage me to stay with her now. She has taunted me and told me that I could never get you back again, and now you are way too good for me. She tolerates my low vibrational lifestyle. She accepts my sexuality and allows me to experiment with men. She allows me to hook up with other men and women because she does too. She is not very smart, so I lie to her all the time. I talk behind her back to my friends and I can easily pull the wool over her eyes. I manipulate her. At the time, I thought that you and I weren't right for each other. I thought she was going to be a better match for me. Boy, oh boy, did I think wrong. Anyway, despite all of the reasons that I settled for this evil karmic woman, I still wish that I was with you now, Divine Feminine. What I would give to go back in time and change everything. She pretended to be an earth angel and a Divine Feminine. When her mask fell off, I got the shock of my life. That was the day that I realized I had made the biggest mistake of my life. I chose wrong. I should have stayed with you, DF. These are 10 red flags that revealed how toxic I was. I drained your energy every time you were around me. I made everything about myself, even your struggles. I made you feel anxious and guilty. I rarely took responsibility and always blamed you. I disguised insults as jokes with you and called you too sensitive. I was only supportive when things were going well for me. I manipulated through guilt, fear, or the silent treatment. I competed with you instead of celebrating your wins. I twisted facts to control or confuse you. You felt the need to walk on eggshells around me. I wish that I had never brought this evil karmic into my life. It has affected not only my life, but yours too indirectly. She put spell work on you because she is so jealous of you and the connection we once shared. Yes, my life has gone down the toilet because I have taken on her karma as well as my own. Her karma is so severe for sending black magic your way when you were nothing but an innocent, pure earth angel in this situation. Her punishment is severe, and because I am associated with her, I am suffering too. The good news for you is that you are fiercely protected from all of it. Your angels, your passed over loved ones, and spirit all have your back. This is why you are starting to see blessings coming into your life out of nowhere. You have risen like a phoenix, dear. I rewrote the truth of what happened between us to protect the story I needed to believe. I twisted the facts, spun the narrative, and clung to this lie because facing the damage that I caused would have meant confronting who I really was, and I couldn't do that. Narcissists can never face their own demons. I am not attracted to her personality, her attitude, her style, her big mouth, her behaviour, and her bitchy ways. Also, she is rough. I found out the hard way that you were right about this karmic woman. You weren't being jealous. You were trying to warn me and help me. And I was so stupid, I wouldn't listen to you. Most of you DFs are now grateful that I abandoned or rejected you for this karmic woman. I understand that the karma I am receiving is somehow related to the poor way in which I treated you. I had gotten away with treating karmics this way before. However, the whole ball game changed when I did it to you. You are divine, and that's what I failed to realize. Spirit was not having any of it. Because you are one of God's chosen, there were dire consequences for my behavior. Hence, my karma was ignited. am a washed up player now. I cannot pull in the same amount of women that I used to, and I am convinced that it is because I am getting older. I detest the aging process. It really gets me down. I am definitely an opportunist. I have used a lot of people, including you, throughout my life to get the things I want or need. Every day with her is a day wasted, I feel. I definitely settle with her. I am on a dark, karmic path with her now, which is chock-a-block full of bad luck, vices, and karma. I realize that I left the light for the darkness when it was way too late. The tables have turned. I know you felt bad when I rejected you for her. However, now you seem to be thriving and happy, whilst I am miserable and depressed. What goes around comes around, I guess. I have had a series of unfortunate events recently. These include either losing a loved one, my friends turning on me, problems with my car. I've been super paranoid. I have been struggling with money as I am robbing Peter to pay Paul, or I have lost a home or job. Some of us masculines look old now compared to when you were with us. It's the karmic's fault. She has drained the life force out of me. Living a life on the streets hasn't helped either. The drugs, the alcohol, and the many bodies have taken a lot out of me. I look in the mirror and I hate what I see staring back at me. I wish I could reverse the aging process. I really do. Maybe this is our karma for how we treated a divine being. I am not attracted to her at all like I was to you. I am not turned on by her. That's why in my mind I live in the past now, like I am still with you. I know that it is sick and twisted. I am just trying to let you know what goes on in my mind. You are unforgettable, Divine Feminine. I've met women before and after you. None of them have had such an impact on my life like you did. You brought sunshine, happiness, and laughter to me, and you brightened up every single day. I miss your light. For a minority of us masculines, this karmic wasn't bludging money off us. She was actually giving us money. That's why we chose her. She bought our love. In most situations, though, she has bled me dry like a goddamn vampire. You loved me, but you loved yourself more, so you walked away quietly, gracefully, and permanently. I tried to make a love triangle between you, me, and the karmic. However, it became impossible when you wouldn't compete for me and you actively wanted to stay the hell away from me. My disrespect permanently shut doors that no apology from me could ever reopen. I've got bags under my eyes like suitcases, and new wrinkles appear daily. This is what a lack of self-care will do to you. You, on the other hand, look much younger than you are. I should take a leaf out of your book and start to look after myself properly. She continues to be extremely jealous of you, even though you and I are apart, and she now lives with me. It is because she thinks I still have love for you in my heart. This karmic just thinks that life is one big party. She is immature, reckless, and irresponsible. This behaviour reflects her age, and I am sick to death of it. It was such a blow to my ego when you chose to leave me in the past and get on with your life. I behave like I am a cocky alpha male, but deep down I am an insecure little boy. She is actually a sloth, and you are a beautiful lady. You decided that you were too good of a person to be receiving breadcrumbs and scraps from me, so you freed yourself. I left some of you divine feminines in a bad place financially. Some of you had a bad credit rating or no savings left, which was all my fault. Others of you have ascended, leveled up, and have no financial problems now because Spirit has granted you abundance. This woman has ruined my life, my body, my mind, and she has even tarnished my soul. The spell work she has put on me has caused destruction and mayhem in my life. I play games, however you are the one who ends the games. You are completely free now, whilst I am stuck paying my karmic debt. I don't think that I even look good anymore, and that worries me because I am so vain. I was emotionally immature, and I had excuses for everything when you questioned us and where the relationship was actually going. I dropped you and left you, feeling that you didn't mean much to me at all. Some of you had a long-distance relationship with me. That's how I was able to hide my toxic lifestyle from you and another woman, or in some cases, many options. Sometimes bad things happen to good people. This is like what happened to you when you were unlucky enough to cross paths with me. I turned out to be so cruel, cold-hearted, and mean to you. I juggle various women at once, as it makes me feel wanted, validated, important, and sought after. I never put all of my eggs in one basket. I didn't care about anyone but myself when I rejected you for her. She became my next form of supply. It wasn't love at all. I know that some of you DFs believe that I deserve everything that I get now after I hurt and betrayed you so bad in the past. I accuse some of you of sleeping with other men, even though deep down I knew you weren't. I was the disloyal one. I was projecting my behaviours onto you. Every bit of happiness I have ever felt has been taken away from me by her. No wonder I hold on to the memories I made with you. I backstabbed you by going behind your back and pursuing this karmic. I also ran you down to her, in the beginning, that is. You are so much wiser and smarter now than when you were with me. I used your words against you. I twisted everything that you said to my benefit. You found yourself defending yourself whilst I was then off the hook. You were loyal whilst I explored my options. Now you are the option that I will never get ever again. You kept pouring into me and I didn't reciprocate. As a narc, I loved you with my words but tried to destroy you slowly with my actions. I wore a mask of righteousness whilst I hid a pattern of destruction. The karmic and I laughed while you were struggling. However, now we are completely silent, now that you are succeeding. I presume that some of you Divine Feminines still miss me a lot. I know that the longer you stayed with me and the toxicity that came along with me, you almost felt toxic yourself. That was when you put a stop to it all. You knew it was time to end things once and for all. I am a fraction of the man I used to be. The women in my life are enablers. The distance between us has made you quiet, stronger, tougher, focused, and more serene. Some of you were under the impression that I was working all the time. Instead, I was pursuing many others, but I couldn't let you go. So I just left you there, waiting on me. For some of us masculines, you thought that I was insensitive, moody, and quick to anger. The low vibrational karmic women I hang around with stroke my ego and allow me to treat them badly. They have no standards at all. You prayed in the past that I would become a much better person than I really was. The more healed you became, the more unhealed I appeared to be in your eyes. You quit trying to salvage my soul because my actions showed you that I didn't want to change at all. I know that a lot of you DFs don't feel sorry for me at all now and how my life has turned out because you think I brought it all on myself. Karma says, when you destroy someone's life with lies, fake hopes and promises, take it as a loan. It will come back to you with interest. This is exactly what has happened to me after wronging you. You think that I need God to sort out my life if I am ever going to change my situation. You moved on with your life with dignity, respect, gratitude, and grace, Divine Feminine. I patronized you at times, which would have made you feel less than. However, deep down, I know that you are a very intelligent woman. You don't want to use any of your high vibrational energy to reflect on the past concerning me anymore. I always underestimated you. All that you ever wished for was that I became your emperor. When you realized that I wasn't capable of it, you gave up on me. It feels so raw to me now that Spirit has publicly exposed me. I feel ashamed and humiliated. I am shallow, self-centered, materialistic, and opportunistic. You learned a big lesson from me, dear, and that was to never trust or give to me ever again. You are so guarded with me now, but I guess I cannot blame you for being this way. I am a chameleon. I change who I am depending on the company I am in. I am different with a woman to how I am with a man. I behave differently with work colleagues to how I do with my friends, and then completely different altogether for my parents. I have no respect for women. I am a chauvinist and a misogynist. You happily gave me back to the streets, which is where I truly belong. You stopped feeding into my games because you figured out from one day to the next what I was all about, and it sickened you. Time really does heal all wounds. Well, it has for many of you divine feminines anyway. I don't look the same, I don't feel the same, I don't act the same, and I don't think the same way that I used to. That one last game that I played was meant to make you chase me. What happened? You always understood everything that I was going through in my life, unlike her. You are a very warm, empathetic, genuine, caring lady. Why can't I get you off my mind, divine feminine? I am surrounded by flying monkeys and gossipers. I now view you as a wonderful, strong, determined woman that I have encountered in my life. I could kick myself for leaving you and settling for her. I am in a very dark place at the moment. I am not coping well at all in my life, to be honest. This woman couldn't run a household if she tried. For a minority of you DFs, I left you when you were pregnant. Some of you DFs have removed everyone you don't trust in your life, not just me. I promised you one thing and then delivered something else. You could never trust me. I was extremely nasty with my words. I went for the jugular when we argued. I should be healing, but instead I am sleeping around to avoid it. I cannot handle money well at all. Some of you had to pay the bills because I was so irresponsible. I turned out to be a different man altogether to the original man that you thought I was. Some of you DFs feel as though you were on a mission to save me from myself. It was too much for you, so you aborted the mission. I betrayed your trust and left some of you DFs absolutely devastated. I know that I really disappointed you. You closed the door on me that was open for many years to protect your energy and your sanity. You felt the cycle that you were in with me was toxic, never-ending, abusive, and repetitive. The lack of an apology from me showed you my true colours. You felt mistreated by me and disrespected by me and were determined to leave me behind because you were craving your peace of mind again. I am an entitled person rather than one who is modest and appreciates their blessings like you do. I am a very bitchy man. I talk about everyone behind their back and I love to gossip. You have so much going for you now, Divine Feminine. She has brought my life down in ways that you couldn't even imagine. I've lost my confidence, my strength, and my purpose. I have a terrible jealousy streak. I used you and stole from you, DF, for all different reasons. For some of you, it was for money or a place to stay. For others of you, it was for your time or your energy. In my desperate attempt to dodge accountability, I showed the world exactly how far I would go to avoid looking in the mirror at my mistakes. You didn't yell, you didn't beg, you didn't try to prove your worth. You just left. Because the truth is you were done explaining your value, done asking to be seen, done waiting for the bare minimum, just done. You now want a man who will take care of your soul, your well-being, and your heart. Everything that I didn't. You have chosen to not settle for the wrong man. You would rather be single than waste your time on someone who isn't worth it. Now we will get songs. The first lot of songs reflect the masculine and how he thinks and feels concerning his own life and the way in which he lives. The first one is Can't Be Tamed by Miley Cyrus. Half the Man I Used to Be by Fine Young Cannibals. Old Days by Chicago. Gaslight by Derek Fiend. Bad Liar by Selena Gomez. Heathens by 21 Pilots. The Narcissist by Blur. The River by Bruce Springsteen. I'm Living in Shame by the Supremes. When I Grow Up by the Beach Boys. Never Get Old by David Bowie. Stop This Train by John Mayer. Mirror by Bruno Mars. Anti-Hero by Taylor Swift. Bittersweet Symphony by The Verve. That's Life by Frank Sinatra. I Chose the Wrong Girl by Bill Price. And the last one is Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson. The first one is What Makes You Beautiful by One Direction. You Are So Beautiful by Billy Preston and Bruce Fisher. Break Your Heart by Neil Young. Save Me by Jelly Roll. How I'm Feeling Now by Lewis Capaldi. Open Hearts by The Weeknd. Pointless by Lewis Capaldi. Penny Lover by Lionel Richie. Just Can't Say Goodbye by Lionel Richie. I Want You by Savage Garden. Cherry Lips by Garbage. Not Fair by Lily Allen. As It Was by Harry Styles. Jessie by Joshua Caddison. I'm So Sorry for Breaking Her Heart by Wham Jammer. Truly by Lionel Richie. 7 Years with the Wrong Woman by Eddie Arnold. And the last one is State of the Heart by Mondo Rock. The third lot of songs reflect how he feels that you now view him, Divine Feminine. They also reflect how he feels that you are going in your life now that he is no longer a part of it. You are on a glow up. The first one is Triumph by Bishop Briggs. Mr. Perfectly Fine by Taylor Swift. Glow by Jessica Malboy. Whip My Hair by Willow Smith. Sue Me by Sabrina Carpenter. In the Summertime by Thirsty Merc. Nobody's Baby by Thelma Plum. Please, Please, Please by Sabrina Carpenter. Something from Nothing by Foo Fighters. I Got Knocked Down but I Get Up by Joey Ramone. Rise from the Ashes by Danielle Pemberton. Born for This by The Squall. Hip to Be Square by Huey Lewis and the News. Reborn by Kanye West. How Does That Grab You, Darlin' by Nancy Sinatra. And the last one is When Legends Rise by Godsmack. I hope you found this reading interesting, Divine Feminine. If you did, please like, share and subscribe to